jag gå och ask?
Can they be sick then?
How are you feeling about breakfast?
So that's the interesting version of Eggs Benedict. I have no idea what that is.
I feel like you're gonna like it anyways because we've been waiting so long for food.
Oh yes, it's like 12 almost, and we're gonna have.
It's more like lunch, not breakfast.
It's 11, but it's
I feel like it's 12. And this is our first meal.
I got shakshuka. Shakshuka. So I'm gonna see if I can.
How hungry are you?
I had the big like
Level
scone.
of hungry.
I had a scone, so I'm not like desperate. This is basically the first good coffee in America.
John, have you had your coffee yet?
No, but we're not small town living anymore.
Are you excited about that?
No, I actually quite enjoy the small town living. I think I'm going to become a farmer.
Christoph? Big city or small town?
Small town.
A bit of advice for anyone listening. Whenever Christoph says trust me about anything, never trust him.
It's 25th of July, Sunday, and we are in a hotel in front of arena when the CrossFit Games gonna happen.
We arrived Madison yesterday. We got check-in tomorrow on Monday, and then the competition starts. We got the first day on.
So last 2 days were quite stressful, just because when we got here at the first place, we had this amazing Airbnb, and we had our routine set up pretty well.
And it was quite nice because it's a smaller town, and you didn't have that. You're close to Madison, but you're not in Madison. So even though the games is getting real, you don't have that constant stress and the reminder of like seeing other athletes around all the time. And we had a really good setup there where we lived at the trout farm, and I think we had like a 4-minute drive to the gym, and everything was very close. The community at the box was super accommodating and helpful.
And on Friday we had to pack our stuff, and we had to move to a different place just because on Saturday someone else rented our place on Airbnb. So it was just inconvenient to pack everything, change the routine, change the training place. So that kind of stuff stressed me out a bit. So we woke up yesterday and we had to pack our stuff again, put everything in the car.
And then yesterday we drove here to Madison. That was only about it was like an hour and 20-minute drive or something, so that was very easy. So we did our first session in the morning in Plymouth before we drove here. Had a relaxed day here now yesterday, just made sure to do some built-in loosen up.
Do you find that like long car rides affect you physically?
Yeah, like my body were quite sore, like more, maybe not sore but more stiff. So basically yesterday evening I spent a lot of time on doing my mobility session with GoWatt, and today as well I started the day with a quick GoWatt session, so I feel much better now.
Dave Castro announced yesterday that they were going to have the cuts at the CrossFit Games. So we're going to be all 40 compete the 2 first days, and then according to the podcast he did, so the first cut is going to be done after event 9. We're going to then go down to 30 athletes, and then it's going to be another cut cutting us down to 20 athletes. So it's going to be 20 athletes competing the rest of Sunday and the rest of Saturday, and then the whole of Sunday.
And I have to say I wasn't really happy to hear that, just because I think it's really unfair to change the rules during the games. Like, it's so close to the competition, and he basically dropped such a big bomb on us.
You can kind of argue whether like cuts in CrossFit is sensible or not. I think one of the things that is fun with CrossFit is that you know, there's so many different things we get tested in, so you can get like something you're really good at later on in the competition, and that could actually be a good booster for your overall standings. How you do it at the CrossFit Games, especially with how the scoring system is done as well. It's not necessarily, well, it's obviously good to be consistent, but it's even better if you have the ability to win or be top 5 in an event. So by cutting, it might mean that you don't get to showcase that kind of like, maybe you could have gone top 5 in one of the events, which would have been obviously huge for your overall standing.
So the order of the events in cutting system is really important. Let's say, it's a perfect example with swim event. Let's say in 2019 the swim event was after final cut, so only 10 people did swim event, and so even though you are super bad swimmer and you finish 10th, you are basically safe because you made the final cut and everything is fine. And this year we're gonna start with swimming, so actually all the bad swimmer is gonna be in trouble to make even the first cut, let's say. Who knows? And
what kind of I felt was very harsh is letting us know so late.
I think if we knew this about this earlier, I would still go to the games and do everything like we did. It's just like, it's more stressful now because we don't really have a lot of time to prepare for this. Like, it was just a shock, and now you are super stressed about everything. And like Dave said, the first cut's gonna be after 9 events, so it's very hard to tell if 9 events gonna be enough to like show your fitness.
This a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma.
You'll be here. I have to go get it then.
I love Monday has a +3. Fucking +3. Only Monday brings in a +3.
Thank you so much.
All the stuff.
These ones are the camo, CrossFit with the logo.
Nice.
Hey, let's find
What's going on?
We're about to find out.
About to find out what?
Awesome, we're good. Okay, so you can bring as well. Okay, do you know what size you are? Okay,
Can we start with Christoph? Do the honors. Here we go.
Here we go. This is it.
Now pronounce you.
This is important.
all right. It's done. It's done.
Good form.
Yeah. What's up?
It's,
Content Kitchen with Madison, 2 weeks in Mexico. Now we're here to cook. What's up?
I see how much caffeine have you taken already? Because you look pretty hyper.
So this morning I cracked the first Red Bull open at 6 a.m. I was like, oh, well now we're starting.
We're
So, yeah.
starting.
So,
you know you have to taper into it, right?
Yeah, that's right. The Red Bull and like the C4 is waiting for like later in the week. You know, gotta build the momentum up. My picks for this year, and we did a bet yesterday that if one of the 2 goes top 5, I will bleach my hair in blonde. Christoph will get a tattoo, and John will shave his eyebrows. So we are here.
Okay. We have this on camera, so guys, watch out. Yeah, this is actually real. They did agree on this during Uno night yesterday. So
Hey,
we shall
James
see.
does it to the US. Yep.
Where are we going now?
We're going to our hotel to grab some stuff, and we're gonna do some swimming.
Nice.
Gonna
Yes.
be roasting.
Did you bring your sunscreen?
Yes. They even gave us sunscreen now.
Whoa.
So they're even prepared. They're like preparing for us not being prepared.
Did you know on Instagram one of the most asked questions was how much sunscreen do you need in the USA?
Really?
No, it was an asked question. It wasn't the most.
Well, I think we need probably the same as in Spain. And this is basically like Spain.
Okay.
It's like Mallorca. I'm not gonna lie though, it feels very hot now.
I think we got so accustomed to cooler temperatures.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Plymouth was
We were not prepared for the cold, and now we're not prepared for
the hot.